Welcome to Girls Guts Glory,
the broadcast.
Previously on the broadcast. And one by one, you get off without any adverse effect.
I'm scared to try it again, but I can try it again. I don't know.
You've aged 60 years. Six?
All right, let's try it, Farut.
I reluctantly step one toe, one claw, talon.
You finally will kill his language, immature the drugs, terror, relax, kissing boils, only kind of following the rules.
Ding, ding, ding! You succeeded on solving that little riddle there.
Give me
And you guys have now all stepped off the mosaics that have been illuminated. All of the orbs stop glowing, and slowly you can hear that like internal center pool lower down. As this has happened, you guys can all kind of go to the closest respective item and pick it up if you wish.
Okay.
There's one not right near me, so I'll go to the one across.
Yeah, so you just walk across, but one by one you guys pick things up. They're all different sorts of items. You guys catch that there's quite a few bottles and elixirs. Whoever has the velvet bag, the one
on the green?
Yes.
That's me.
Yeah, so you pick it up and there's a velvet bag. Do you pull it out? Do you like open the bag for a second?
This says in a black velvet bag
Oh, over there?
on the bottom of
If
my
it says in a black velvet bag, then it's that
yeah,
one.
it's not me.
So
we
you
should
picked up.
trade?
No. It's fine if you pick that one up. You take a moment and you look inside. Oh my god, this is. Okay, hold on 1 second. Sorry.
The look on Rachel's face right now is...
You take 10 points of radiant damage.
Oh no!
As this like illumination hits your face and the bag drops to the ground. Like you drop it out of sheer reaction.
No, she can't.
Because of my vampire,
Yeah.
now it is... I no longer have resistance to radiance. I now have... I'm susceptible to radiance.
That burn, it hurt. Like there was a burn. And you drop the bag on the ground and you guys catch that it's glowing on the inside as she drops
I'm gonna
it.
run over.
Yeah, I'll run over because I'm right there.
Ow. Maybe you want to swap with one of us because that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, but will it hurt you?
Let me look! I'm gonna open the bag.
Okay, so you just grab it, you open it up. It
I'm
is
that dumb boy.
searingly bright, but it doesn't hurt you. Like you look at it and you like open it an inch and it's like pulsing light. But you can tell that there's a glass. It's in a glass. Something's in a physical potion bottle. But it's very, very bright and it hurts to look at as you like close it.
All right, I will trade with you.
Okay.
It almost felt like sun just directly in your eyes for a second.
Blind me! I'm fine with that. Alright. I'll trade you for the potion that I have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is what you guys see before you. I specifically wrote it without any information, so that way you guys have to eventually glean. But from what you can tell, this is all different sorts of potions. A couple of folks here got some other things like a pen.
Yeah,
I
have the pen.
There's something that looks like a golden stake.
Mine just says elixir ? Clear ?
So what do you do with this? Do you take this elixir and look really close at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it invisible?
As you take a moment and you look at the elixir, there's a flash that you see almost thousands of different shapes of eyes fill the bottle. As you like pull your face away from it. And it's clear again.
If you look real closely at this, I guess there's a bunch of eyes in it.
Creepy.
That could come in handy.
You know what I'm thinking
uncomfortable.
though? These are all things that are going to be real good against a vampire. Like a golden stake, or I don't know, a potion that
I
is...
just so happen to have...
Yeah. Amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
What
this
do you
is
have?
exactly what
A
we
stake.
needed.
A golden stake. It's like glistening gold almost.
Celine, you might want to earmuffs, maybe. No, I need to be aware of what is going on. You will not kill me.
No, I just don't know if it makes you uncomfortable us talking about killing
But
vampires.
also, are you going to be commanded to tell whoever is bit you what you're hearing?
I already heard it, so...
Well, great!
Who can erase her memory? Quick.
Whoa, no, whoa, that's a little...
But not be erasing Celine's memory.
Not
Okay, but
entirely,
I don't
just the
know.
last like 2
What type
minutes.
of pen is this? What type of pen am I holding?
Roll an Arcana check.
If she goes back and tells her bow...
11.
Okay. You take a moment and you do see runes almost written on the outside, wrapped around the pen. And you open it and it actually there's a thickness to its calligraphy style. It almost looks like a marker, more so because of how dense it is and how it almost has like a wand shape to it.
Interesting.
I point it just into air.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You're
I'm
just gonna
aiming
wait
towards
towards
Don't
the-
wait. Don't just wave things around without
you take
intention.
a moment. You
You're
take
so
a moment
good.
and you hold it, and you can feel that it has a weight to it, but you feel like you might need to hold it for a little bit longer because of its arcane properties to have any effect.
We don't want
Okay.
people to know we're here. Don't just go wasting one of these charges or whatever, because you might not have very many.
If you
Stop
had this
it.
in your hand, you'd be
Stop
wanting
it.
to bop it
No.
around too. It's
No,
like
you're gonna
perfectly
waste one of it.
calibrated.
What
for
if you
me.
only have 3 and you waste
Ah,
one here
relax,
doing
I'm
nothing?
not gonna wave the. Oh,
You
what a
are.
good pen.
Druzilda, my God.
Should we get out of here then?
Yeah, we should go.
Okay. So
Is there a door?
the door that you guys had entered from had closed behind you, but the door is still there. Has not left.
All right.
I wonder if you'll become Letty again when you go through the door.
Okay. So, door opens. Weird moment though. The exit's just there. Like the
Oh.
exit to the whole vault.
Mm.
Saving us some time. That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice, but that's also pretty wild if you ask me.
I'm gonna wrap up the rug as much as I can and shove it under my robes and just make myself look like I have a pot belly.
Just so you know, this rug is
I know it's big.
like
It's-
6 feet long
Yeah.
and it's very large.
I'm just gonna wrap it around myself several times. I won't be able to bend, and I'm gonna look a lot pudgier, but
I'm gonna say also you're gonna have disadvantage on stealth checks because
Okay.
the thing is so big.
yeah.
You're gonna have to figure out a place to put it maybe eventually.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna hide it somewhere else, but while we're getting out of here...
Is he able to carry it all on his own?
pretty much the only thing that Huck can carry. It's very heavy, but
Yeah.
you can carry it along with your other items. You can
Yeah.
lug this rug around, but it's a rug. Like there's a rug on the back of Huck right now.
Is it like
That's
a
why I wanted to
runner?
hide it.
Is it a runner rug?
No,
Or-
it's like a rug.
And if you
Space rug.
shoved it, you're about what, like 5.5 feet tall?
Yeah.
You probably like put it underneath your robes, but then like it would drag in between your feet like a tail for like a foot.
Yeah.
So you're like holding it like you're pregnant, but then there's like a tail of rug just in between Huck's legs. Like one of you guys can run over and like cover the edge and kind of creep right directly behind Huck if you want to hide the rug.
I don't want someone to see us taking all this stuff out of here and being like, oh, that's
You're
suspicious. you
so
know?
inconspicuous.
Thanks.
Yes, so he's really doing a great job hiding
Thank
that.
you.
One of you like magic, hide it. Magic.
Could you
I don't
use your
have that.
magic?
Invisibility,
capability.
perhaps, on it?
I don't have any magic.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we're not magical, remember?
We
I was
are
trying.
not.
We're just shooty.
My
We pew
pen
pew.
might
And it is
be-
probably
Stab,
about
stab.
it's a little after midnight. You guys going through the vaults had made a good time, all things considered, trying to get through it. So right now behind you, the door closes shut and it looks like it's completely locked. The vaults are all the lights are out. You can already tell there's a glistening and shining sort of arcane ward up against it, and you don't think there's any way to get back in. But it's rather quiet. And as you guys are walking, some of the guards look to you guys and nod. Many of you are still dressed up as the old sages, but there's Farouk, who is not dressed up as one of them. So one of the guards approaches.
I'm
As you're
still dressed as a student.
as a student, yes. But the guard still approaches and catches that you have this rug. Well, not the rug, but you're kind of stumbling
I'm
along.
lumpy.
Lumpy. And who's directly behind you covering for the extra
I
rug?
am.
You are, okay. So he takes a moment, he walks over, crosses his arms, goes, looks to you, Jarut.
Jamond.
Jamond, excuse me, not
Jahuk.
Jahuk. Jamond, and he goes, Jamond, if I may, Sir Sage, is this student behind you bothering you? The student is very close behind you.
No. No, they're with me.
Do you have a cold?
Yes. I'm very ill.
Roll a deception check.
Jesus. What is my deception? Am I very deceptive? I don't remember. Well, with that, that's fine if I'm not. What is my deception? Yeah, it's 18.
Okay. The guard kind of nods and listens and just looks to you, Farouk, and says, "Stay out of trouble, kid. Continue." And he kind of nods and lets you guys take Farouk as a student wherever you may need. And slowly you continue to drag. As
Can I
Farouk-
offer you some cough syrup, sir?
No!
And we just trot away.
And where would you guys like to go? Do you want to go to your dorm? Do you want to go
Didn't
underground?
we collect these for
Miriam.
Miriam?
Yeah, she
So we
needed
should
us-
go to the catacombs.
She needed us to go back down there to get to give her something.
Lugging this very large rug, as well as everything else, trying to keep up the guys, trying to stay underneath the Shroud of Night, and considering the fact that you're in the main sort of section of the city right now, kind of the tier, like it's about 200 feet lower than the actual school, which over is above the cliffside. It's like the peak of the whole mountain cliff is that school. You guys are a little bit lower, down in the middle of the area of Candlekeep. And you guys know that in order to get to Miriam's little tiny library that she usually stays in, you're probably going to have to take a better part of an hour to travel there with everything you guys have and to be safe. You do so. You find an entrance in Agma's temple, which is always open. You guys walk once more into the back of the book, into the embalming center. And as you guys are walking down the embalming room, and the very large stone staircase behind you is like kind of slowly, you guys are going down it. You hear the rug just at like every single step as you're just trying to carry this
That's
thing.
starting to annoy me, so I'm going to just pick up the rug from behind through his legs and just lift from the back, just to give you a little help.
You're lifting my robe there.
Yes, well,
So,
The look Farouk just gave Tuck was very funny.
so straddling the carpet as Bruce holding the back of it.
only trying to
Walking
help.
baby
It's
Bjorn.
drafty, but it's
I have a question. About what time is it?
It's about, at this point, 1:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm feeling wide awake. I'm feeling quite awake, which is
Feeling
weird.
exhausted.
I know I usually do feel exhausted by this time, but I feel alive in the night.
well,
Perks
yeah.
of being a vampire.
Yeah, you got
Along
the
with the
little
glistening
pointy teeth
skin.
Now. Yeah.
Are we going to get a rest
Oh, I would-
anytime soon? I'm very. I'm.
You know, it's great though. We have a
Terribly
built-in
exhausted.
watch now, since you are awake at night anyway.
But you'll need to watch me during the day.
Well, yeah, but there's 4 of us that can watch you during the day. That's fine.
I would like to spend the night learning some new spells because some of mine I cannot do anymore.
Yeah, you have a feeling that you would like to speak with Miriam once you meet up with her and try to essentially figure out ways to fill in the gaps, right? Because now you have these areas of yourself that you can't pull from, but other areas of you feel stronger. So you feel like Miriam might be able to give you some insight, or at least in terms of magic properties, guide you and get you up to speed where you need to be. But you guys do all successfully head over, and Miriam is working away asleep, clearly like head in the middle of this giant book, as you guys all walk past her library. Are you going directly to the underground dorm that she created for you guys, or do you want to talk to Miriam quickly?
I want to talk to her.
Okay.
Oh.
Or do you want to just? I would rather talk to her because she was the one that sent us on this mission.
It may, be time sensitive, so we should just check in. She can go back to sleep, right?
Agreed.
Yes.
Miriam, hey, wake up. Miriam.
No.
Miriam.
Time
Miriam,
to
is it-
wake
Oh.
up.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry. Oh. It's good to see you all. You're back in one piece. It's good.
Yeah, we got a ton of stuff.
Barely.
Oh, it worked. Yeah. They didn't change around everything too much.
I don't know. I
We
think so.
don't know. But we brought back this rug.
Yeah, and I just like lift up my robe and it right on the floor.
Oh, that is a very nice rug.
It flies.
It's a flying
And it's ours
flying
now.
carpet. That's a
Magic
That's a
carpet.
feat. You'd need something to carry that. Then,
I
wouldn't you?
also
Probably.
got this elixir. It is bubbling. It is golden and shimmery. Perhaps
Oh,
you know what that is?
I see. So, do you mind also giving me back my pendant? I do need that. I wasn't supposed to give it away, and I should have it back
Oh, yeah.
now.
I would like to keep it.
Celine!
I feel I could be in trouble
It
if I don't
doesn't
keep
do
it.
anything else for us.
Fine.
Come on, she's helped us a lot. She
I mean,
gave
no
it to us
pressure,
at the
but it,
beginning.
it would be most appreciated.
Come on.
Here
Thank
you
you.
go. I thought it was so pretty.
We'll get you another. We'll get you a nice, beautiful little pendant.
My other necklace is kind of
Oh, yeah.
Tainted.
It's garbage.
Tainted now, so...
It's garbage. We'll get you a better one. It'll be from all of us, and then it'll be from your friends, and it won't ever be tainted because we love you. So,
I do only have so many of my abilities to at least right now to help identify things. I think there's a couple of things here that I could help you with, but probably only 4 out of the 5 if you really need my help here.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, that
I'm
would be
staying
helpful.
quiet about my pen.
So let me hand me that.
why?
if
Don't you
don't
want to know
mind,
what it
Celine.
does?
Also, all of
I'm
your
scared she'll take it from me.
outfits are slowly falling off your faces. Certain disguises only last so long, and you guys have been like trudging through like a lot in order to get to where you are now. So slowly, like your noses are kind of falling to one side, and some of your ears need to be reapplied. And just some of the bald caps that you guys have like are peeling back. So like it's very clearly.
At least it's happening now, not
Yeah.
when we were leaving the vault. So
So this one that you
Yes.
have. Let's see.
My elixir.
Yes. Interesting. She waves her hand over it and takes a moment. She says, "Well, this is like very strong dispel magic."
Oh,
Oh,
that could be useful.
that's real nice. I have something, but it would be hard to look at. It just looks like I have the sun in a bag.
In a bag?
Yeah. And
wait, oh gosh, there's a sun!
Not pointed at her.
No,
just
but
pointed
she
at the
like,
ceiling.
if you remember, she like doesn't
Yeah.
ever go outside, and the moment that
Oh, no.
like a trickle of sun hits, she's like
Oh, God.
freaking
sorry,
out.
Sorry, I closed it.
Give a girl
told
a
you it was-
warning.
Sorry.
That is quite dangerous to me.
Okay, fine.
Um,
Close it back up again.
Let me just maybe put my hand in it and cast
Sure.
it, and I won't look at it.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Here.
Okay.
Off to the side. Don't look.
She touches it, and she goes, "Odd. It's potion of sunbeam.
What does that mean? Do I have to drink it to cast it, or?
But if you drank it, it would affect the inside of you.
Do not drink that.
Well, now I'm wondering.
I mean, for something of Celine's nature, it would. If you were to give it to something like that, it would probably destroy it.
how do I make a vampire drink? That's the problem. Well, that's good.
Do you have to
I mean,
drink
there is that
blood.
prom coming up.
Oh my God!
are we gonna spike a vampire's beverage?
That
Yeah, we
sounds
are.
fun.
Yeah, we are. At least I get to put it in the sprinkler system, but that's gonna hit everybody. Oh wait, isn't everybody a vampire?
Kelly, are you okay?
Fine.
Okay.
She's just very excited for our adventure at the prom.
Prom bench.
I thought
Prom
I wasn't
ventures.
sure if your water was about to come out your nose or something.
Nah, just enjoying it.
So I got something here.
Oh,
if you don't mind taking a
what's
little
yours?
look at it.
Oh. So she gets a moment. She gets close. She puts the liquid up close to her face, and all of those eyes come out. She's like, "Oh, interesting." Okay,
Yeah, it made me
yes,
uncomfortable too.
Yeah, she takes a moment. She casts Identify on this one as well. It takes a minute, and she goes, "Interesting. That one, it's a potion of true sight. So for an hour, you were able to see through pretty much everything."
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh,
now
that's
I've
real
got
cool.
to know. What does this wonderful pen do?
Well, let me. I can do it. I can try Identify as well as a ritual. It will take me a bit longer if you're not going off to bed. So, okay. Let me see. She takes a moment. She like focuses on the pen. She turns it. She goes, "This is an interesting one. It's it will need to attune to you. So hold on to it. You'll probably be able to use it soon. But
I take it back and tuck it between my cleavage.
it's a marker.
A marker.
What I mean by that is if you're looking for something's direction, it will point you to it. A person, most specifically, like a mark.
Like a compass that you can
Yes.
attune.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
So if we want to find your beau real fast and make him drink, we can do that.
Expo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Expo.
You're welcome. Does anybody have anything else? I believe. I can try to expend this one if you take 10 minutes with me.
I've got a golden steak.
Oh. Oh, yes, that's oh, the Vault of Ages is funny, isn't it? It always does this. She takes it for a moment. She holds on to it. She goes, it tends to have a... Sometimes when you go in and you seek something, it doesn't give you the thing that you think you need. It's very interesting. The vault is a very special place. I think this means that you are supposed to go, so now I don't feel quite as guilty. And she takes a moment and she kind of touches the golden stake and she goes, oh yes. Yes. She feels the edges. And she hands it back to you. It's a soul stake. It's actually, this is the rarest thing out of everything here. This thing is, I don't know why, something.
A soul stick?
Soul stake. So,
Soul stick.
if you stake the heart of, from what I can glean, of something that has no soul, you can enter it back into it.
So I can
Cobalt!
reinstate a soul?
Reinstate a soul.
Reinstate a soul?
Podcast canceled.
I'll
Bye.
see myself out. Bye.
Miriam even like takes off her glasses and then like puts 2 fingers by her nose and she just and then she dusts it
You're
and clears them
welcome.
off and then she puts
I'll
them
be
back on.
here all night.
Cobalt! We can bring Cobalt
You
back.
can fix your ex bow.
Well, if he's himself, he's still
Still
my
bow.
bow.
Oh.
So
Gotta
perhaps,
talk about your choice in man.
perhaps I need to use this marker to find him, and then I'll save it for later.
Should we then rest?
Yes.
Or should you
We
all
need to.
rest?
we definitely
I had quite a long rest in the dirt,
in the dirt.
so I can keep watch.
I'm
for you.
feeling particularly drained. I haven't seen nature in a few days. So I'm going to go rest outside in
Oh,
a
I have
nearby
one
tree.
plant. She kind of like shows you the one plant that it's slowly wilting. It's like a
It's a
little
fern.
sad fern.
It's a
She's
fern
trying
from
to
my
grow
family.
it.
As
She's really trying.
beautiful.
I was gonna get her
as
more,
that
but
is.
if you're going outside, can I come with you?
Of course.
Thank you. I don't like being in here.
Yes.
No offense.
She
here.
didn't mean anything by it. She speaks
No-
to the
no
fern and
offense.
she puts it over
No offense, Miriam, but
on the
we want to see nature out there.
table. Okay.
Bring you something.
Okay. Well, just be safe.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna head out through the main gate, up through the temple, and then outside for a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. It's gonna take a while to leave Candlekeep, but you have wings and you can fly through it, so it'd probably be easier if you just left and like sort out. It's not easy to enter and exit Candlekeep.
I pick up Huck by the overalls.
Nope. I'm like a little grocery bag.
By his little handles.
Mm-hmm.
And I take flight and we find a nice tree to set up for the night.
Yes, I'm not too far in the back area of the school too. There's a gorgeous garden if you guys wanted to go there, and you can actually, if you perched up on against the cliffside, the wall there, you can oversee the ocean and
that's
the
really
cliff.
nice.
So
Yeah.
you guys do that. You just kind of you pick up Huck and you soar into the night.
Do you have a hammock or any such?
Oh no, I was just gonna sleep on the dirt.
Uh,
That's what I normally do.
Okay.
That's just how I am.
I'm perching on the very top of the tree. I want to be able to hear the ocean as I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you're able to hear. There's actually a little alcove, like a kind of cut out window that you can overlook and see from the garden. So you kind of just perch into that little window and you look out. You cozy up near the window too, but like underneath the rose bush.
Yeah, like an actual raccoon.
Yeah.
Just
Before I leave Miriam, I do ask her about my spells because, you know, I did notice that some I could not cast.
And she spends the rest of the night helping you kind of fill the void of where your spells are. She does mention, though, like as you guys get into it for about an hour or two in, as I'm assuming both Starla and Druzilda head to the dorm underground and go and crash and try to sleep up. She does mention that that soul state could be used on you.
I didn't even think about that.
And she's, but you know, it's all dependent on certain things. You do seem stronger and you do seem more powerful, and as long as you hold on to that and your friends take care of it, then it should
Can
be
it be
fine.
used more than once?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
Something that's strong, especially in, you know, the hands of. I'm not trying to say you're young, but be careful the way you use it. It might feel impulsive to help somebody you love, but love yourself first, maybe.
That is true. Well, how does it work? She just stabs me?
I don't know, but I think that's where I would begin.
Okay. Well, perhaps guess that should be used on me, and then if it's still around, then we can save Cobalt.
I really think that maybe next time, instead of just spells, you and I should work through, youthful relationships and healthy,
All right. Maybe.
I used to, date. I've seen had my fair share of things.
You used to date?
I did, eons ago.
Wait, you used to date men?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You used to, like, kiss and be romantic with other beings?
I mean, I was on the town. I was the catch.
You?
Oh my god.
Do you know how many male sages there are in the Candlekeep? It was easy for a girl my age with
sages.
the intelligence that I had.
That makes sense. Sages. I was really confused, but that makes all the sense now.
Oh
Thank you.
She just kind of nods. She just nods slowly.
Thank you, Miriam. You're the best.
Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
And you walk off, and you probably just wander the hallways and maybe check in on your friends. You are also able to do whatever you want, since you are kind of a creature of the night right now, and you're feeling active. If you want to go and check in on anything or stalk on anyone.
Ooh.
No.
As tempting as that sounds, I think I will stay with my friends.
It doesn't take long either. Buck catches up. It's kind of hopping around. He was hanging out with Miriam for a good portion of once you guys all walked down here. He kind of had cozied up to Miriam. He hangs out with you, and he's kind of sitting on your shoulder, still recovering from the emotional effect of being rejected from his favorite person in the world.
You know, Buck, if this steak can be reused, we can use it on you as well.
He gives you like a huge smile that would be cute if he were a raccoon, but since he's a vampire raccoon, it's a little morbid and cute. It's very Beetlejuice-esque.
Oh, I still like your teeth. They are like my teeth, see? And I smile at him.
He smiles at you, and then he like jumps down and sticks his teeth into like a nearby critter underground and like sucks its blood out and then licks his lips and smiles at you.
What does rat taste like? Oh, and then I bite the rat too.
Yeah, you bite the rat. It doesn't taste quite as good,
Ugh.
but you feel like Buck has a lower standard of blood quality.
Ugh. Well, I'm glad you like it.
So, at the crack of dawn, as the sun rises, you guys actually, all things considered, have to sleep in a bit because it was such a late night and you guys want a full night's rest. So, having gone to bed around 2 or 3 in the morning, you guys wake later in the day at 11. And your arms, all of your arms, are going off. Like you guys have missed class. You have missed class. You skipped class. You're penalized. But you guys awake without any sort of trouble, not really caring that you skipped a couple of
Used to be a
your
degenerate by now.
I
primaries.
have taken one of the sheets and tried to make a sun cover, like a cloak type thing to be able to hide myself from the sun.
Yeah, you do your best to do so. You will have to sleep at some point during the day. There will be, you're going to need about 6 hours to dip down. But in the meantime, as long as you shield yourself from the sun, and this is a very cloudy location, it's often overcast, it's the perfect spot for somebody who might be of your sort to hide. So you create one just in case the sun peeks out. But otherwise, you're doing fine.
I want to talk to my sister.
Okay, sounds good. You guys all awake. Any particular place you're all going to assemble? Or are you guys kind of all dallying around in different locations?
I'll go back to the...
I could eat.
I'll go with you.
Should I hunt something? Or do we want to go to the cafeteria?
We can just go to the cafeteria and then we can get them some food.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so the two of you guys kind of walk into the main area, grab some food, it being actually lunch hour from the high-end chef here that's prepping all of your meals. You walk in, and there's a couple of kids who kind of feel like maybe they have seen you at parties, and a few of them nod at you. You actually catch that quite a few of those kids are the kids that had been buried underground that are now walking around without any sort of trouble. It's very odd, since you feel like also if they're like Celine, or if they're close to becoming like Celine, they're probably not going to be able to function around this time of day soon. They're going to fall asleep right at 2 or 3 p.m. when classes are over. So it's an interesting sort of pattern, but something's afoot because those kids are sitting here not eating. It's like Twilight, you know, like they're just sitting there and they're not eating anything, and that sad Twilight music's playing.
Everyone is turning into a vampire.
There's like 40 kids that got bit at that party when we all passed out.
Right.
And I think that's these kids.
Oof.
So we should maybe be careful around them.
But I could bring back all of their souls with my stake.
If you can use it more than once, that's the thing.
I don't know.
We should save it, and if it works more than once, we should use it on one person. And if it works more than once, great. But if not, we've used it on at least one important person.
Also, a lot of the kids are talking about the upcoming dance, the big prom coming up in about no more than 6 days or so. You guys were not too far away from it, and with the next night passing, kids are excited. They're really, really excited. It's but a week away. Next weekend.
I've never been to a dance before. I don't even know what to wear.
I feel like this would be a question for Druzilda. I feel like she could help.
She kind of scares me.
Why?
I don't know. She's just so fancy.
I mean, I get it, but I want to know why you are.
She's so fancy. She's always put together, you know?
As
Sure.
you guys are all talking, you hear one of the kids at the nearby table full of vampires kind of like talking to everybody. It's not somebody that you are familiar with. It's this girl who you think might have been one of Special's team. One of the minions. It's not try hard, it's not secondary. But it's one of the minions who you guys remember had fought and was trying to work their way up. And she is sitting around a table full of kids that a few of them, Huck, that you can definitely identify as those vampire kids that you remove some of that dirt from. Take a moment, you look, and you hear her talking, and you swear for a second you hear somebody say Godwis.
I want to listen in.
Do I hear that as well? Do I hear?
Yeah, like both of yours perk up. And you guys take a moment, and you're not exactly catching it, but somebody mentioned that name. And you guys are eavesdropping right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just have you guys roll a perception check, please.
Okay. Ooh!
Not very perceptive. 6.
22.
Okay. So it's this girl, and she's chatting up with all these vamps, and they look solemn, but she has energy. And you can tell she's really excited. You can hear her a little bit like, yeah, so like don't even freak out. Don't even worry about it. Like it's all part of a better plan. Like I even changed my last name. Like I'm not even going as Trinity Godwis anymore. Like I have a brand new name. You guys are going to be so cool. This is going to be so awesome. And we're going to be young forever. And oh my God, I'm going to be able to take down Special. You guys with me? And like you hear all of them like, yeah, this sounds great. Like, yeah, maybe we can get, Special to come around. And she's like, no, I'm going to be the new Special. Literally, just start calling me Special right now. I'm not. Ugh! And she just like scoffs as like she stands up. She's like, I can't do this. And she like walks away and like kind of storms towards the food and like pretends to stare at the food angrily with like one other person behind her trying to calm her down.
That's one of the names in our book. Godwis.
Right. So she is a Godwis.
Yeah, she's one of them.
But she doesn't want to be.
No.
Apparently.
But I bet she made some kind of a deal like all the other people in this book because she wanted to, take over Special. She wanted to be Special.
And be young forever.
Yeah, that's what happens when you become a vampire. Oh, buddy!
There's like a whole group of 8 kids who are all like rallying around her on this too.
Now we know who Godwis is. We should go tell everybody else.
Right. What about Special?
Well, I guess Special isn't a vampire.
Right, but she's going to...
She can take care of Special, that's fine. If she wants to take Special out, I'm totally fine with
There's
that.
also tons of posters, like illuminated posters up and banners and kids handing out like flyers and special cupcakes. And they're like special cupcakes and like special cake for prom queen. So there's a lot of campaigning happening for both Cobalt and Special to become, and it seems like no one's trying to run against them right now, even though you overheard Trinity say that she was considering it.
I'm gonna go up and stand next to Trinity and pretend that I'm getting food, but I'm actually getting like a ton of food. I'm gonna glance.
She's like, she's just like, in a huff, as you guys are grabbing like extra food for your friends.
I'm gonna glance at her and I'm gonna say, oh, aren't you? Yeah, I recognized you.
Who are you?
All of this awful stuff with What's her face? Special.
Oh my
God,
God,
she's trying so hard.
Don't say that
man.
name and listen. Eventually, it's not even her real name. It's a
Well, I'm
self-declared
sure,
name.
Because she's not special.
No,
let me tell you.
but I'm special.
Someone else should, run against her. I'm just saying.
I was like considering it.
You should.
but-
She's running unopposed right now. If you don't do something, she will most definitely win, and that's obnoxious. You know what I mean? I don't want to see her face more than I already do.
You know, I feel like you and I have mutual interests. You also look kind of familiar. Were you at that party that one night?
Oh, yeah. I left early, though. I was, not feeling too good. I drank a little bit too much.
Yeah, that happens. That actually happens to a lot of people. But, honestly, you should come to the parties more often. Like, really cool things happen at those parties.
Cool, yeah. I'm definitely gonna, I go to a lot of parties. I'm just, a party
You have
person.
dirt all over your face, though. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. No, I was just doing some, herbalism stuff because I'm a cool kid,
Also, you're with a bird person.
Oh, yeah. Farouk's cool.
Okay, as long as you guys vote for me. Trinity, okay? Trinity for prom queen. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. And she walks over and she grabs the person next to her and she goes over to the table full of vamps and she's like, you guys, I'm running. And they're all sad applauding, like they don't know, like they have to support her.
So
Well,
we're now standing at the table where we're getting all the food,
Yeah.
and we just happened to brush my wing against Huck's arm, and there's a spark there that I've never felt before. I don't say anything.
it's because I'm dirty.
Oh,
Sorry.
I think it might be something more.
So there's if you could blush as a bird, you blush.
Yes.
It's hidden under your face.
But
There's
he
a
doesn't
moment.
see.
No, he
No.
doesn't. You're
I'm focused on the food, man.
yeah, he's got all this food, but he's got determination in him, and there's more than meets the eye with this country bumpkin.
I'm a cowboy, thank you.
So you follow behind him. You guys make your way over to your friends, and it takes a little bit of a trek. You guys have to walk. You're hoping to find a clearer route versus having to spend 10-15 minutes walking outside all the way through Ogma's Temple, all the way through the embalming section, which, bringing fresh food through any sort of embalming chamber is not great. And then finally dragging it all the way to the dormitory on the far end. You guys, from the direction that you are, you swear that little hole that is inside of that kind of makeshift dorm that Miriam made for you wouldn't be too far away from some of the dorms right above you guys. You're kind of a little bit further up. So if there's some sort of way to create a larger hole there, you might be able to throw up some sort of ladder and just get straight to the quad, or at least the main school,
Or
much
we could
faster.
just
I mean,
go
I
on
can
our-
fly.
Well, we have to open up that hole first.
Oh.
We have to chisel away at it a little bit. Do you think Miriam's gonna let us do that?
I don't know if that would really be a good idea anyway. What if we get caught?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna get caught anyways, to be honest.
So with all of this food you guys have, you
Yeah.
bring it one by one as you hear the tail end of their conversation. And they just kerplunk all of this food in front of you guys on the kind of shoddy table that Miriam's trying to put back together for you guys. It's old, dusty table, but
Brought lunch.
I must be
is
allergic to the croutons.
it is, yes, it's salads and very, very embellished looking sort of croissant rolls
Thank
and
you,
sausage
Lynne.
rolls.
It is very strange. I am not hungry, and I have not been hungry. this
Right,
entire
you're a
time.
vampire.
You're gonna want to eat a
You're
person.
going to want to eat someone's blood. You sick, sick, sick
Whoa.
woman.
Whoa.
It's not
Whoa
her
there.
fault.
There is something that Miriam told me last night. She said that perhaps we should use the stake on me instead of Koval.
They're so smart, though,
Well,
because then
yes.
you can heal us.
That's
And we'd have our
pretty
cleric back, and we'd
genius.
have
And there
you
won't
back.
be any risk of you eating any of us either.
Well, yeah, but
Will
also
it
we have you
hurt?
back.
I do not know. I feel like we should do a bit more research before we stick anything into my heart.
Oh yeah, 'cause are we sure that we stake your heart?
Well, that's
Can we,
Did
like,
Miriam say?
stake-
Doesn't Miriam know what it is?
Like,
Miriam
the
did
golden
not.
stake.
She knew what it was, but she did not know how it was used or.
Hey, Miriam.
You're shutting down
here?
the long hallway.
Yeah.
All right, it echoes. Like, Miriam.
Maybe we should
And a
actually...
minute passes, and then you hear, yes. Yes, I go back after a minute.
This is going to be a very long conversation.
Yeah.
Why don't we go see her
Okay.
in her
Perhaps we
office?
can offer her a
Oh, yeah.
pastry.
Bring her some food. I grabbed some fruit just in case she doesn't want to eat anything.
Yeah, you guys grab up the food. Some of you shove it into your clothes or shove it in your mouth as you guys are running to go meet up with Miriam, being a little bit hungry when you wake up. And Miriam's there in her library tending to her little fern. She seems to be dusting some of the shelves as you guys approach. She goes, I heard you call from a distance.
Hey, Miriam, two things.
Yes.
One, if we chiseled away at that little window that you have and you put the fern in front of that window, it would live a lot better. You'd get more sunlight, we'd be able to crawl in and out of it. Just a thought. Just a thought. You don't have to answer right now, but just in case, you know.
I mean, it would be nice
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
the sun,
Just-
but I
just
can't
give it a
leave. That's the thing.
Well, no.
But I could
But
look out.
and we could leave and we could come in and out real fast.
Okay.
But mostly it would help.
Thank you for the warning, because if I
Yeah.
open up your door and I put new things
Yeah.
in there and the sun hit my face, I think I don't know how I would react.
We don't want to startle you because we're technically in your home. But okay, second thing, if we wanted to, stabby, of course, friends.
They're
If we wanted to
considering putting a...
stabby her. Where would we do? We just stab it in the heart, or
In terms of traditional lore, I think that would probably... It's hard to decipher exactly something this strong and this powerful, but that would probably be the place to do it.
Miriam,
Mm-hmm.
two things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any books or anything I can read before we do this, just to make sure it is done correctly?
I don't believe I do have anything of that nature on me. This is something that is very old and hasn't been a problem for many centuries.
I think we just gotta stab you.
All right, and the second thing is,
I mean, there is a very light history. There was once a vampire who was here a long time ago, and it created some problems, so...
Yeah.
But again, this is all... I think I've been able to pretty much expend all of my resources on this. So far now I've been focusing a bit more on that other book that you have given me.
There are about maybe close to 40 students up there who are on the verge of becoming vampires.
Oh yeah, they know. They were there when we uncovered.
Right. So who's to say that we might not possibly become one again? Or
Yeah.
you could get bitten again.
But in the meantime, she'd be able to cast healing spells on us, which would probably, considering...
Well, that's fascinating. So she takes out her book. So you're not able to cast spells when you become... And she just starts to question you a little bit further. She's like, I understood that when I was helping you last night, but I didn't realize it hurt your hand. You never said that. She starts to write this down.
the other thing I was going to say, see this beautiful cloak I have fashioned for the sunlight? I can make one for you too, for when you want to look out your window.
I would like that. I don't think I've ever owned something quite so updated.
I
Yes,
think
please.
She thinks it's updated.
Quite.
All right. I mean, should we just do it and see what happens, or
Well, yeah, but first we gotta tell you, we found someone upstairs.
what?
Yes.
Who?
Do any of you know who Trinity Goldwiss?
Oh, that whiny
Godwitch.
little
No,
Godwitch.
Godwish. You know the name
Godwitch.
Godwish in the book?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, she's trying to take over Special's,
Rain.
She's trying to, reign. That's a good word.
Oh,
But
she
she's
would.
a Godwish. That's the point. That's
She's
the
a
name in the book.
goddess.
Godwiss.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
right, her name
Trinity
is
G
Godwiss.
is Trinity Godwin. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Right? That's what I thought. So,
I just always think of her as Middlesies, number 2.
Huck here encouraged her to run for
oh yeah,
prom queen
setting up chaos.
Prom queen.
I was
against
bored. She's
Special.
Fighting, yeah, she's gonna go up against Special. Then they're gonna be focused on each other.
Oh, that should actually be quite fun to watch.
I would also call this more of like a homecoming king and queen. I just realized
prom.
that prom's usually at the end of the year. This is like a hybrid prom. It's like a homecoming sort of prom, homecoming king and
Festivus.
queen.
A Festivus
That's more the vibe.
king
Festivus.
and queen.
There we go. Yes.
So, should we stab you?
Miriam, do you have any sort of, I don't know, healing or
Protection?
could bring me back from if this goes
Oh, we have
terribly
Reckon.
badly?
If you die, we can just have Reckon.
Oh yeah, should we try to get Reckon in here for this?
As you guys say that, in a panic down the hall, you hear something like a huffing and puffing Letty holding someone's hand, and you can hear them running. And she runs in kind of tired, and she goes, everybody. There you are. You are here. I switched with you.
Yes.
Yes,
Where did you go?
with Rickard.
Right, okay.
You've been
That
with Wreck-It all night then,
tracks.
huh?
Oh, yes, but nothing happened. I just got a tattoo.
Oh.
I want to talk about it.
Oh yes, he
okay.
likes to do that.
But you all had one, and I wanted one
Yeah,
myself.
well
so-
now we all managed.
Yes. Anyway, I'm back, and I felt like you probably were all down here, safe, hopefully, and we could all report to one another. But I brought him down too because you were talking with him halfway through, and felt like you wanted to speak with him, Fruit.
Well, right on time.
You went to talk to Wreck-It, huh?
I did. To see what he might know about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Huck, why you sound like that?
Like what? I'm busy eating. Okay?
Okay.
Just shove a whole croissant in my mouth.
Yeah. So
Rickard.
Rickard is just like here, like in between this, like confused, like, hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Rickard.
Rickard,
Yeah.
we're about to do something.
That was like so cool how like Letty Farouk just like disappeared and then like Letty showed
Hey,
up.
hey, get back on focus.
Whoa, okay.
Don't stab somebody.
As you can see, something has happened to me, and I smile at
Oh,
him.
jeez, dude. Oh, wow.
But
That's sweet. That's
Wait.
freaking metal.
I
Why,
forgot
thank
you
you.
were like this.
I was kind of enjoying it, but I think it is best for everybody involved, including myself, which Miriam pointed out, that we try to reverse this. So,
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie. It's like kind of scary, but cool.
I know, look at how my skin glows.
It's like really cool.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we're going to try to use this soul stake on me
What?
to bring back my soul so that I am no longer a vampire.
That's okay. There's a lot of information coming at me right now.
If
and you
she
guys know I
dies,
lock up when things
you're
freak me
here
out.
to
Hey,
resuscitate
calm down.
her.
There's nothing
That's
going
all
on.
you need to know.
There's no fighting, so chill out.
You're not in any danger.
Yeah, so
It's
relax,
just-
dude.
It's just if things
Oh yeah,
go
like study
south.
some deep breathing, right?
Yeah, practice your deep
In,
breathing.
Take an
Out.
inhale.
Picture
I mean,
yourself on the
I'm not
beach
quite
with the
sure.
waves.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not quite sure that your magic will help because I am already dead, so if I die again, I'm not quite sure. But we shall see. If it doesn't go well, Druzilda, I love you very much. It just don't look at me like that. I can't.
It's got sad real fast.
But I will be with Kobold. So
What about
let's
me?
just I will miss you too. You're my best friend.
Sure.
But you are also the one who needs to stake me, so I don't want to upset you right now. So okay. I'm just going to
do I
lie
need to
on the
stake you?
floor here.
And right away, Miriam's like, "Oh no, please, the table," and she kind of takes off some of her books very gently, makes it comfortable, kind of puts an old
Yeah,
tapestry on top of
Can we
it.
get a pillow under your head? Just in
Yeah, she gets like it's an old cushion that she kind of puts and props underneath your head. It's not the most comfortable, but it's nicer than the floor.
Celine, have you ever been stabbed before?
Yeah, you stabbed with us.
No.
No? You don't
I mean,
get stabbed with us?
yes, I have been stabbed, not through the heart with
Okay,
a stake.
Just, I forgot, but you might want to, I'm going to take out some rope and I'm going to hand it to her. You might want to bat on this
Actually,
while it's happening.
Druzilda, could you cast sleep on me for this?
Excellent.
Oh, that's better. That's much better.
You can
Yes.
finally use sleep.
Finally.
You've been trying so hard.
Yes, so I cast sleep.
Let's
And
all
how many
step back before you do
dice
that.
is that?
I don't want to go
5d8.
to sleep.
Oh, yeah, just in case.
I already slept.
Yeah. Creatures within 20 feet. So we all
So yeah,
step back
everyone
20
steps
feet.
out of Miriam's
I'm gonna
room.
grab Buck and put him in my overalls.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, Buck.
Hi,
Yeah,
buddy.
Buck was holding on to Celine's hand, and you had to kind of take him away.
on,
He
buddy.
looks a little scared, and he holds on
Buck?
with both of his little hands onto
Oh,
your
buddy.
hand,
Buddy,
Celine.
come on, it's me.
Before I go to sleep, Buck, listen to me. If this works, you're next.
Buddy, come on.
And he slowly lets go of your hands.
Oh no.
Come on back in the overalls.
And he hops into the
Goodness.
overalls, and he looks scared for Celine.
It's okay, buddy. We're gonna do everything we can. And you know what? If something happens to her, we're gonna follow her. We're gonna make sure she comes back, alright?
He kind of just settles in and tries to not have his fear
Okay,
get to the
buddy.
better of
You want
better
good
of him.
berry? Here you go.
The good berry kind of rolls off his nose as you see some rat blood still on the perimeter of his teeth.
Delicious. If you eat this, does it taste like blood? Try it. Tell me. You just suck the color out of it or what?
He takes a moment and he gently nipples on it because like the smell is a little, and he's like,
You don't like it anymore?
He doesn't quite like it.
It's fine.
All right, everyone stand back. And I cast it.
Okay.
27.
That is my exact
Great.
hit points.
So you're able to take a moment as you pass out. So, sleeping serenely, looking pretty much stone cold dead around
Serenely,
midday
Celine?
noon. Celine. Who is going to attempt to stab Celine here? Fruit?
It's fruit.
I will take it upon myself.
You got this.
I mean, if you really need someone who knows how to stab someone,
Do you
feel
want
like
to?
It's his
I mean, I don't really want to, but I can.
Well,
It's
we
up
have
to
to
you.
make
It's
sure
whatever you
it's
wanna
her
do.
house. I can't.
Let's just do it.
Okay.
She's already out.
So you go forward, you take this golden stake, which you have been holding for an hour now, and it's glowing stronger. Now that
All
you're-
night.
You
I've
have,
been holding
yes,
it.
you've been
It's
holding
attuned
it.
to
It's
you.
closer
That's
to
what
you.
I've been saying.
So it's kind of
That's what I've been
glowing, and
saying.
the runes on it are a bit stronger. It has an ancient property to it. It's pretty,
Feels really good in my talons.
yes, it does. And you take a moment as your talons wrap around it, and you shove it high into the sky, and then you slam it down onto Celine. So
Do I roll?
I'm gonna need you to roll. Yes, there's going to be a check here as well as a save. First, I want you to roll, and you can have a choice. It can be a survival, or it can be a survival check because you're essentially trying to figure out exactly the perfect spot to hit Celine at. It can be a medicine check or a nature check. Those three. Okay.
17.
That is good enough.
Okay.
And you take it and you lift it and you smack this thing into her heart where you think and you know this heart could be. Now, or where it once was beating very lively. Now it's harder than you expected. There's a tautness to her skin. She is stronger. The musculature, something about her body is resisting this. And it takes a moment as you press it and you almost have to get your elbow on top of it and hit it down further, fully. The
Druzilda's
stake
not watching.
fully into it. As you're doing this, you're shaking. As there's like golden, almost whirls of energy coming from your elbow, from her heart. As you're taking a moment and just trying to hold on to it for dear life. I need you to roll
Can I help?
not in this. No, there's a lot of energy around, happening around right now. I would like this to be. I know.
Just don't roll a 1.
I'm dead.
I just want this to be a Constitution saving
Should've
throw,
had one of the
please.
halflings do it.
11. Okay. You're holding on to this and you're doing the best you can, but it is currently, there's energy coming from it, radiant energy, that is like essentially going up to the sky and pulling something down. There's something getting sucked out that looks like this sort of dark necrotic dance of energy. It's very black and purple that's getting away, but then there's something like a wind tunnel sucking down that's the gold. And as you're holding it in, it's burning you, and you weren't expecting it to hurt. So you're going to take 28 points.
I'm gone.
Wait, even with your rest, your long rest?
My max hit points is 28.
Yeah, so you hold on, and you pass out right at the end of it. However, Celine, and the stake pops out of your heart, and there's a moment that you feel like a pulse, and you can feel your heart beating again, and you can like feel your face.
I rush over to
I'm
her.
gonna
Yeah.
pop a good berry into Farut.
Okay, yeah.
So you're stable. You're up at 1 point. You have 1 health point right now. You're up.
Okay.
Okay.
You pop it into, you force
Right
Farut
into
to
your
eat it
beak.
as a moment passes, and your eyes flutter open. As Rekka also comes over and dumps a cure wounds into you. He just wants to heal you up a little bit more. Let me get that. Get that one here. He heals you up for 4 points of more healing from cure wounds there.
You did it.
I think.
Druzilda's just patting down Celine like a worried mother.
Yeah, and Miriam's just studying the stake that had popped onto the ground. Like she's studying it as a
Are you
chaos.
okay? How do you feel? Do you feel like you're back to yourself? Any broken ribs?
I feel like myself. How are my teeth?
Oh, darling, they're excellent.
You retract. They're
Pearly
gone.
whites.
Yeah.
Can you try casting some healing? See if it works.
Heal Farouk.
Yeah,
He took damage saving
he
you.
did. He passed out.
I touch Farut and cast Cure Wounds.
You do so. The energy goes from your hand. It's reversed. You feel like it's odd. Almost you can feel your body. It's a little weaker now. Your body isn't quite as strong as it was a moment ago, and you're not. You have like a little bit more energy. Like it's day, and you're feeling a bit more on your feet. You don't see quite as well as you did previously, and you don't feel as dexterous. But there's a moment that you're just like, I don't care, and you heal up your friend.
How's your hand feel?
7 more.
How's your hand?
Thank you.
It's fine.
We did it. You're you again.
I'm me again. And I look at the stake. And
And Miriam's been studying. She was holding it. She goes, and you hear her muttering as this chaos was happening. Interesting. So interesting.
Farut, feel your stake. Does it still feel magical?
Oh, so the thing is, after I evaluated it, I knew you guys would all be fine. That's why my attention diverted elsewhere. I feel that, from what I can tell, there's still a faint pulse of energy here. I believe that it might work again in an indeterminable amount of days.
Maybe if I just hold on to it and it...
Yes, be careful with it, but I think similar
Recharge.
effects will happen.
Should we get Buck back to himself?
Might be easier as well, since I don't believe you were fully turned in any sort of capacity, so that's good that we caught it when we did.
Well, here's the thing that I'm thinking. If we have to wait a certain amount of days to use it, if you want to use it on your boy, then we can't. We gotta wait those 6 days and use it on him.
Well, we should save it for Cobalt.
Miriam's just like, this is it brought her soul back. This is a relic. There's something this powerful. I mean, this must have been from the original. And she's just like thinking. She's like pacing. She's like, this must have been what happened when the other vampire came here. This must be how they turned him. And she's just like walking around, like she's thinking about this. Like
What?
she seems fascinated.
What do you mean?
Turned them back to human?
Well, yes. So the what happened was when the vampire was vanquished many times, many eons ago, not eons, centuries ago. There was rumors. It's now lore, but that the vampire was not fully defeated. It was he was brought back to his original status, but it took an incredible amount of strength in order to do so. So, I think this might be the origin story of that whole sort of journey in Candlekeep.
I have a concern. What if, because that was what was used to take down the head vampire, what if we have to wait and use it on the head vampire? Because we don't know that that's Cobalt, right?
It's probably not.
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
So
really.
if we have to take down this head vampire, and the only way that they could do that before was to turn him back, we might have to wait and use this on whoever that is, you know?
Well, when you do so, make sure to use that potion you have. Should help extremely. True sight. You are going to be able to see through absolutely everybody's visage.
That's true.
Oh. Be very careful. I don't believe it's going to last very long, but it should help you.
Miriam, do you have any sort of cloth or something that I could wrap around the stake? Just to
Yes.
protect it?
And she kind of takes and rips off a little bit of like a red velvet and then places it around it. And take good care of that.
I shall. I put it in my pack.
What do we do in the meantime?
Well-
6 days.
I mean, I need to rest.
Yeah. I think you need to rest too, Farouk.
I could use.
And then
another
Record's like,
rest.
and also like we all have to cast our ballots pretty soon for homecoming king and queen. So
Jesus.
I'm probably gonna go do
Right,
that.
the
Like, I
most
gotta-
important
Yeah,
thing.
right?
Well,
Really?
yeah, you know, we gotta like evaluate. You know, they have that big like what's it called? The fair, where the center of the quad kind of gets like there's everybody who's trying to become, you know, the king or queen of homecoming kind of gathers in the center, and there's chants done, and it's sort of like a rallying center. It's probably going to be happening later today. Everyone has to put in their formal submissions, and the announcements on who are formally running as king and queen are going to be announced.
That could be amusing.
That
Yeah.
could be fun. Do any of you want to run?
Run?
I don't
Run
know.
away from this school, yes.
That one. I don't want to.
Would you like to run?
Would
Ooh,
be
the
some good
drama.
defiance.
Celine.
But it would put a lot of eyes on us.
That's
and it
true.
would put a lot of eyes on the fact that you have your soul back.
Right.
Record's like,
I don't
yeah,
think that's
everyone
a
knows
very
who
good
you guys
idea.
are. You're pretty cool now. You guys kind of could become like legends.
I don't think that would be the
Legends.
best idea. If we are trying to stay somewhat
And also, I
out
do
of the
believe
spotlight.
that we can't just show up to the homecoming thing dressed as we are right now.
Why not?
I think it's fancy, isn't it? It's
I've
like a fancy thing.
never been to this
I mean,
school.
Not
usually,
today's.
unless you're like trying to go like alter punk kind of vibe, you do have to kind of get dressed up for those.
Where do we get? Yes,
Racket, where is the best place to go shopping for these clothes?
Oh, we can go like in the town center. It's like if it's someone who wants to go with me, I was not gonna ask you or anything.
Who are
What did
you?
you just say?
What?
Who did you want to ask?
Yeah, who are you not gonna ask?
What? What did I just say that out loud? Oh crap! Oh, look at the
Yeah.
time! I'm gonna walk out. And he turns around and he starts to like walk down like with his head lower, like hanging. His cheeks are fully flushed.
Druzilda, should we bring
Alright,
Racket
bye,
as our
Racket.
date?
Thanks for
That should
healing
be
me.
quite fun, yes.
Racket,
You'll be our date.
He kind of turns nervously.
would you like to go with the two of us?
Yeah, sure. His voice
some
cracks
bass.
and breaks in the middle. It's like, yeah, sure, yeah.
All right, good.
Wow.
Well, then you will be our date.
Okay.
And don't worry, we'll find you something quite nice to wear.
Yeah, sweet. As long as I can,
I'll help you out too, Huck.
as long as I can,
Thank
like,
you.
look, I gotta keep my edge,
Of course.
Why
Can't-
does he seem so much younger than he did before?
because you're
He
older.
is. Ugh.
And Miriam is like her eyes open and she's like, oh, let me see. And she like grabs you and starts to like
Oh.
kind of evaluate you and write
Okay.
down like
Yeah.
all the changes in your body.
This
That's-
is very
that's
personal.
Awful personal.
Well, it's just a fascinating effect. I didn't realize that this would happen to you. And she kind of turns you
I
around.
didn't realize it was gonna happen
She
to
was
me either.
affected?
Miriam, is this permanent? This age of 6 years older?
I'm not too certain, but I believe so. Yes.
It matches you.
Alright.
You
I
were
have a
always more
great
mature.
balm. How do you think I look so great after all these centuries?
Yeah, can I borrow some?
Yes,
of
of course.
from
She goes in the
my,
back. She grabs some of it. She brings it over to you. It's like the silvery balm. She's like,
Got
apply
my
it once a
reflection,
day.
and I'm a little like nervous about my forehead now.
Yeah,
and-
it's fine. Apply it once a day. It will help with all of your troubles.
Oh, thank you so much.
Miriam, if you happen to have any more of that. My mum always said it's never too soon to start preparing for age.
I will have to make it first, but once I make a secondary batch, I'll be sure.
I will be happy to give you something in return.
Sounds good. And she kind of nods goodbye as she starts to like hum to herself and flip open a book in the back corner.
Next time on the broadcast.
Oh, Gem, darling, do you have any bubbly?
But it's a jewel, and it's worth 10,000 gold piece. So I would need some change.
Because I don't want to quite kill him all the way. I think I saw the flash in his eyes.
No sympathy. Druzilda, head in the game.
Hey, I'm Kimberly Daugherty, and I play Celine Tessar.
Hello, I'm Ali Gonino, and I play Farut Ajalik.
Hi, my name is Alice Greczyn, and I play Druzilda Slinderon.
Hi, I'm Erika Fermina, and I'm playing Starla Highhill.
Hi, my name's Rachel Seeley, and I am playing Huck Lockley.
And I'm Kelly Lynn D'Angelo, your dungeon master and woman of many faces, creatures, and things unknown.
I'm Richard Quiner, and I produce this podcast in partnership with Wizards of the Coast.